Fucking stupid.
Fuck? You Mr. Rogers?
Mr. You know what's funny? I was watching okay, you know Black Dynamite?
Yeah.
There's a Black Dynamite animated series, right? And my brother was showing me, right? And so there's this one episode where it's Black Dynamite versus Mr. Rogers.
Oh gosh.
It's bad, dude. You see the face and everything, and then at the end, fucking Mr. Rogers kills himself. He's like, because I guess he thought he had like Peter Pan syndrome. He's like, I'm a little boy too. That's why I like fairyland and I get people and stuff and little kids and blah blah blah. And then fucking Black Dynamite made him realize that he's an old man, and he's like, oh, I know what's my problem now, that Black Dynamite. I just gotta put this scarf around me really tight and. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, no, not Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
Good man.
Hey, he seems like a good man. Little do we know. I don't want to do that. They just made a movie off of
it. Don't you dare imply that Mr. Rogers diddled kids.
Oh, no.
No, honey, no.
No, mama, no. Please help me. Oh man, so today's topic is ghost stories. So if anyone's watching this shit, please send me your ghost story and we'll talk about it. But anyway, so ghost stories. Well, recently my co-host here, El Ray or Dan the Man, Dan the Destroyer, whichever you want to call him. He recently, well, tell him about what happened at your new job.
Oh, so I just started working this new job, and it's at this. I don't know, let me see without giving it away. I work at a storage, one of those storage places.
And he's a manager.
I'm like,
so ladies,
I'm a property manager at a storage place. It won't be for long.
After this shit.
After this shit, it's like, nope, I'm out. But yeah, so I was doing my daily lock checks. We go around and we make sure everyone's units are secured and that they locked them and stuff. And you know, if they're unlocked, we give them we put our lock on it or whatever, and then we give them a call, let them know that they didn't lock their shit. Typical everyday thing. And so I'm going, and I'm getting almost towards the end, and I have to get on the elevator to get on this like top floor of one of the places, and the elevator starts closing, and right before it's like just like 3/4 of the way closed, I hear somebody say my name in a really creepy way. They're like, Daniel. I was like, what the fuck? Did someone just say my name? I don't know. I didn't think too much about it because, you know, I deal with people every day, and, you know, they all know who I am usually, like if I move them in or whatever. And
I thought it was the ghost of your girlfriend when you said that, because she kind of says it the same way.
she kind of says it the same way sometimes, but
It was.
yeah, I just thought it was a little weird, but I didn't give it too much thought. I was just like, oh, I don't know. Someone say my name? Anyway, I go upstairs. I'm doing my little run upstairs, and then I hear someone get off on the floor, and I hear footsteps. Like, I'm walking down this long hall, and at the end of the hall, someone turns the corner and starts walking towards me, and it's like a woman, but she had her face covered. Like, she had her head down, and she had like a hood on, and she had like shades, and
right,
she had something. She was holding something up covering her face.
Now here's the thing. I don't get this, because this. Okay, if anyone's been to a storage place, it's like it's long halls, like a bunch of bullshit. Like it's just nothing but lockers, right? How the fuck do you get so close to this person and not see their face? I don't get it. Like, yeah, and he kept telling me this story, and I'm like, what do you mean you can't see her face? Like, I don't understand.
I never once saw her face throughout this entire encounter. Yeah, just from my perspective, I said it was like out of a horror film. Mm-hmm. Like she was gonna be it was like Blade or something, and she was gonna be a fucking vampire. I don't know, Because like I never saw her face, and I'm like, why is she covering her face? You know, and it's weird. And but anyway, she turns the corner and starts walking towards me, and she's like, "Oh, good, you're here." And I was like, "Okay." And she starts walking. Do you need some help? And she starts walking towards me in a very like I said, in my perspective, a very sinister manner, very like menacing, like she's walking all slow and creepy, and I'm like, okay. And you know, there's like a lot of interesting people that you encounter at these types of jobs.
Yeah.
I just thought she was like a boofer. If for those of you that don't know
what a boofer is.
What a boofer is, that's like our little like word we use for like
it's a name
like,
for
people on meth or
druggies,
and
homeless people,
like crazy homeless people
that don't do shit in their lives.
Yeah, so that's.
I mean,
just
no,
like,
I don't want to be like the asshole and say like, oh, like homeless people suck or whatever. And like, no, it's not that. It's just kind of a little harmless thing that we just call people. It's like, oh, look at that boofer over there, or when you know that motherfucker that like tries to wash your windows at the Chevron. You just like, hey man, this fucking boofer tried to fucking score money off me. You're like, you know what I mean?
Like that like towel he's trying to wipe your window with is like all black.
I know,
like, smudge you know it's gonna make your window dirtier.
No.
Yeah, that would be a boofer.
It's probably his poo-poo rag.
Yeah, his
poo-poo rag, man. You know it was, man. He ain't got no TP.
Oh man, that sucks. But anyway, that's a boofer for you.
Yeah.
So I just thought, oh, there's some boofer. I don't know. So anyway, she walks past me. And I was like, do you have a question? You need help? And she just says, come with me. And I'm like, huh?
Okay.
And I turn around, and she's already walking past me, and she's walking all slow and creepy, like I said, and she's just like, come here. I'm like, okay. So I am like, is there something wrong? You need help with something? And in my mind, my first thoughts were like, oh, she probably didn't pay her fucking rent, and we probably locked her out. And she's probably gonna ask why there's a lock on her fucking thing, and and it's like towards the end of the day, and I'm like ready to go home, so I'm just like, I don't wanna deal with the difficult customer. I just wanna get the fuck out of here. So anyway, she walks towards her unit, and she's like, I need to show you something. And I was like, okay, what's oh, it's with my unit. There's something wrong with my unit. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what's wrong with it? She's like, oh, look, I'll show you. She's like, it's too loud. I'm like, too loud? What are you talking about? She's like, it's too loud. Watch, I'll show you. And I'm like, okay. And she starts like rummaging through her little bag. And like from this point on, she never faces me again. It's just like the back of her head facing me all the time. So while she's rummaging through her like purse, I get this like really weird feeling like of uneasiness, and I feel like, oh shit, she's gonna pull a gun out, try to rob me and take my keys, and try to like, she could break into shit, or she's gonna try to stab me because she's a boofer. And so I start taking a few steps back because like she's not facing me, and the back of her head is facing me, and then she ends up just getting her keys and unlocking the whatever her space. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, well, she's not going to stab me yet.
Yet. But it's still a possibility.
I already felt uneasy because she's acting kind of strange. And, you know, I don't want to be rude or anything either because it's like, I don't know, you know, it's typical here. We deal with all kinds of people. Some are homeless and some are whatever, you know. Like, so I'm not trying to judge or anything, but I feel uneasy. And then she goes opens the unit, and she starts stepping around inside. She's like, see, it makes noise. And I swear to God, it's just like, the noise is just the sound of her foot touching the floor.
The fuck?
So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, look, and she's tapping the floor.
Oh my God.
See, it's making noise. It makes noise. I'm like, and I'm thinking like, yeah,
no shit.
No shit. That's the sound of you tapping your foot. But you know, again, like I'm trying to be like nice and stuff. I'm not trying to, you know, I just started this job too, so I'm not trying to be like an asshole. I'm trying to be all nice and stuff, even though I think like, she's wasting my time. And then so she sits down on a box or something inside of there, and keep in mind she just has like the back of her head facing me still. And she's like, no, look, come on, come inside, come step right here. And I'm like, No, I heard, like, I know what you're saying. No, 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 you come step inside. And I'm like, no. And I thought that was weird. I'm like, why do you want me inside of your unit? Like, I don't need, I'm standing outside of the door. Like, I don't need to be inside, you know.
And so you're that close to her and you still can't see her face?
I still can't see her face.
Like, that's what I keep tripping out on. I'm like, why?
She just has the back of her head facing me, and she's like, come inside. And then I was like, I just think it's weird. It's like, why won't you turn? And like, most people when they're talking to you, they make eye contact, they look at you, and they, you know, like, they don't. She was deliberately like keeping her face hidden, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think it's you know, unsettling, just that alone. Mm-hmm. But then now I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to get me in your unit so bad? You know. So I play along a little bit, and I'm like, I'm not fucking going inside, but I kind of like stick my foot in just a little bit, and like my body's outside of the room. I'm in the hallway, but my foot, I just kind of reach it just a little, and I tap. I'm like, oh, okay, like, yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Just curious,
what the fuck does she have in there?
She just had like a couple of boxes, like a purse or something, and I don't know. There's like an ashtray. There's like an ashtray on the floor.
She's fucking living down there, dude.
Yeah, I was like, she's probably living down here, or whatever. Like, I was just like, I don't care. I know, like, I'm sure it happens, but if I don't see it, like, I'm not gonna say anything about it. But yeah, and so I tap my foot. I'm like, it's just the sound of the fucking tapping the floor. And she's like, oh, see, it makes noises. I'm like, yeah, no, okay, I see. She's like, so do you have any other spaces this size available? I'm like, I don't know. I don't have my notes right now. You know, the office is closed, so if you come tomorrow, we could figure it out. We could find out if there's another space if you really feel like you need to move spaces. So, you know, we could figure that out tomorrow. And she's like, but I'm here right now. I'm like, yeah, but the office is closed, so I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what we have or don't have. You know, I don't know if we have any more spaces this size available. And she's like, okay. She's like, no, come in. Like, come in and step right here. She wanted me to step in, like, a very specific spot. And like, I don't know if that's some kind of like weird witchcraft thing or something. I don't know. Or she's trying to get me to stand in a certain spot so some, you know, freaking Bubba could jump out the corner and like knock me over the head and they mug me. You know, I don't know. So I was just like, no, it's hot. Like, no, I'm claustrophobic, whatever. I'm just making excuses. And I start like kind of walking away. And then like, I guess her final effort to get me inside is she's like, come inside. I'll suck your dick.
What?
I was like, did I hear that? And I was like, what? And she's like, no, come inside, I'll suck your dick. I was like, what? I was like, no. And I started walking away. She's like, yeah, come on, I'll suck your dick. I'm like, no. And I started walking away, and I'm like, fuck this. But when something about when she said that, man, I had this really uneasy feeling, like this like feeling in the pit of my gut, man. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't know, this is crazy. She's something, right? I felt like she's demon possessed. I felt something like weird, right? And I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I think every guy would be like, this guy's being a bitch, man. Why didn't you just get his dick sucked? But
no,
you said it's not like...
I can't... Okay, I've had random bitches try to suck me off and stuff.
Yeah.
I've had, you know, whatever, but like, I don't know, dude. I felt something different and it made me uneasy. Like, something weird, like, something was telling me, like, something's wrong. This is, like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is weird, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, my blood kind of, like, rushed, and I, like, started having a little anxiety attack. And I don't know why, I just felt, like, unsafe. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And I started walking away, and as I'm walking away, like, down the hall, and I'm leaving, and she starts laughing at me. Like, I could hear her laughing. I was like, fuck. And the way she laughed was so fucking creepy, and I can't explain it on here. But like I said, from my perspective, I felt like I was in a horror film because it felt like some fucking witch, ghost, bitch. Like, that's what it felt like. Because like I said, I never saw her face. So she never turned to me. She was always like, it was creepy, like just the way it seemed visually. And that, keep in mind, like nobody was upstairs. Like it was like dead for some reason. And usually there's people going through their shit and there's people walking around. But it was dead. Like, you could hear a pin drop. Like, that's how dead it was upstairs. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I take off and I book it and I'm, like, praying and stuff. And then I text my buddy here. I text you, man, and I tell you, like, do pray for me. Just, like, I'll explain it, but just pray or something. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
And so, like, this guy fucking texts me. Oh, fuck. This guy fucking texts me, right? And I'm fucking at the gym and shit. And all of a sudden, I get this call and this text. I'm like, hold on, man, I'll call you back. And I get this fucking message saying, like, dude, you better get the butt plug for the demons. They're after me. I'm like, what the fuck? And that's why I couldn't take it serious. But then he started elaborating on this fucking weird ass story. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that is so fucking weird. I mean, maybe, like you said, maybe it was just some dick crazed bitch that fucking didn't pay her bill and she was trying to get out of it by sucking your dick. I don't know.
Yeah. No, and I mean, I've had that happen. Like, at my job before this, there was a bitch smoking crack in her bathroom, and I was trying to, like, kick her out. And she was all like, she's like, come inside. She's like, I'll suck your dick and shit. And, like, so I could look the other way, basically, right? That didn't freak me out. That was just like, this bitch. You know, but this, for whatever reason, I can't explain the feeling I got, but I felt so uneasy. Like, I felt like it was something else, man. Like, her voice changed, like, a little bit, and it had this weird tone to it, and I was just like, fuck, that's something else, you know? And then, so anyway, I go and I lock myself in the office, and I'm all, like, freaked out, and I'm just like, oh, man, and I'm texting people to pray for me and stuff, and this and that. And then I'm on the phone with my other friend, trying to tell him to just stay on the line in case, like, this crazy bitch, because, like, at the very least, it's just some crazy bitch, right?
Yeah.
At the most, it's something else. And I was talking to my friend, I'm like, just stay on the line and this and that. And then somebody starts trying to open the door to the office, and I jump. I'm like, oh, shit! And then I check, and it's just some dude trying to pay his bill. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, all right, whatever. I need to calm down. And then I had some customers that needed some help, so I went to help them with their unit because their key wasn't opening their shit. And I was like, oh, all right, let me go see. And the elevator wasn't working. Whatever, I keep doing my job. And then I was like, oh, cool, there's people around. So there's like a dude with his dog, and there's like a couple people. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go upstairs, I help that customer, and then when I come back down, it's like deserted again. And the dude with the dog left, the cars that were parked there are gone. Everybody that was walking around is gone all of a sudden again. And I was like, what the shit, where'd everyone go? And then all of a sudden, I look up, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I was at a different building when I went to help these people. So now she's at this other building. And I'm like, what the shit? How'd she get here so fast? And she's walking on the opposite side of me. And she's just like walking and staring at me. But keep in mind, I still can't see her face now. She's covering her face with shit. And she just starts walking all creepy and slow. And she's looking at me. And she's going, Daniel. I was like, fuck. I freaked out. I was like, fuck this. And I just walked back to the office like all quick. I locked myself in again. And I'm like, I'm just going to lock the door until like closing. And then my girlfriend called because I'm not the most religious person anymore. So like, I just text her to pray for me and stuff.
He's a fallen priest.
Yeah, I'm Mel Gibson from Signs. So I text my girlfriend, and she's calling me like, what happened, and that, and this and that. And I'm talking to her on the phone, and as I'm talking to her, I'm like, hold on. As I'm talking to her on the phone, the lady walks by the window of the office, and she's just like the same way she was staring at me when she said my name. She has her face covered. She's just staring through the window, like staring at me, and then she just walks by like all slow and creepy.
Like, now did you see her face?
No, I never saw her face. I was like, she had her face covered. I was like,
with what? Like fucking...
I don't know. She had like I don't know if it's like a manila folder or something. She just had like something covering her nose and mouth area. Then she had like some shades on. And then she had like a hood. And like, she looked like a modern day witch. If that makes sense. Like, she looked like a witch. And
fucking
like,
dude.
She had like ratty hair coming out of the hood. And like, it was all like long and black and all. I don't know, dude. It just seemed weird, man. I can't explain it, but like I said, from my perspective, it seemed like a horror film. It seemed like something out of The Shining to me.
Yeah.
It was just like, you can't explain how like the kind of aura she was giving off, or the kind of vibe I got from her. It was just unsettling, you know.
So at this point in the fucking story, like, I still didn't believe his ass. But here's what made me believe this whole fucking story, and that made it all weird. Okay, so the day that I got a call, when the fuck was that? Saturday or Friday?
Or
Thursday.
Yeah, yesterday was Friday. This happened on Thursday.
Okay, so Thursday. Thursday's the day I got the call, right? And then, so I'm like, whatever. Well, the next day, which was, what was it, Friday or Saturday? When the fuck did I get the call? Yesterday. Yesterday was, what, Friday?
Yeah, today's Saturday.
Okay, sorry, I don't even know what the fuck day it is. But, okay, so yeah, yesterday, Friday, fucking, I got another call when I checked my phone, and it was this guy saying that, hey, that thing, it's back again. You know what I'm talking about. I was like, I gotta go. And then it was like, bye. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm so like, I'm trying to call this dude. And I'm like, hey, because I remember he was saying like, hey, I'm gonna fucking quit. It's like, I'm fucking done with this shit. This fucking demon chick's trying to get me. So I'm just like, come on, Pucker. So what you would call it? So the thing is that, hold on one second, I'm distracted. Anyway, all right. So the thing is that okay. Back to the story. So fucking so the demon chick, I was like, yeah, whatever. But then here's what sold me on it. So this yesterday, I guess you didn't go to work, right? You called out, right?
Yeah, I called out.
So I sent you that text and said, did you quit? And he said he called out. Well, I checked the message and I was like, well, how the fuck did you call out when it's your fucking voice and you fucking sent me a message? But the funny thing that got me about it was that it was a different number. And I have his number, like, saved and everything, and it's his name and everything. But this number was totally freaking different. And I was just like, what the fuck? Maybe he needs help. So I tried to call you all day, and it got me scared because, like, you never fucking answered. But he was with his girlfriend all day, so I'm like, whatever. But then we talked about it today, and you said that you didn't even send me a message. Right? Where'd he go? Steven's got him. Sucked them off.
What?
What?
Oh, sorry. It's weird. Like while you're telling this, like my audio is like cutting out and I can't hear you.
Okay, but yeah, no, you didn't even send me a message, right? The second one.
No, I didn't even call you. I was with my girlfriend all day yesterday. I didn't call you or anything, you know.
Yeah, so we're talking about it, and this is fucking weird. I don't get it. Like, I have the message, and I'm like, well, who the fuck sent it then?
Right, and it's just weird that it wasn't from my number.
Yeah, it wasn't from
voice.
his number. It's his voice saying like, "Oh, you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna get me again." I'm like, what? I don't know. It was fucking weird. So I don't know if anybody ever watches this. If you got any ghost stories, just like send a comment below or whatever, and we'll try to maybe explain what this shit is. But I don't know. Basically, the point of this all was just to say like, hey, I mean, has anyone else like ever ran into weird shit like this, or has anyone like ever like dealt with weird stuff? Like as far as like ghosts go, like I know like there was one time in my old apartment, and I've told you this one, but this is for whoever sees this. In my old apartment, there used to be we used to have like that old fat fucking PC monitor downstairs with the computer set up. And I remember I was going downstairs to get a glass of milk one time when I was in high school. And I was just like, all right, cool, we can get some milk. And I went downstairs, and oh no, this game crashed. I went downstairs, and I shit you not, with no lights or nothing, there was a fucking face in the screen, man. It was so fucking disturbing. And then I remember I went to go downstairs to take a piss one time, and fucking somebody like said my name, like, hey Steve, like right next to me when I was taking a piss, and I was like, what the fuck? And I turned around, there was nobody there, like nobody was home either. I was like, what the hell's going on? I guess
I gave Dad money for the Costco.
This is why you can't podcast. Where the fuck you go? Dude, everyone's game's crashing.
Game's crashing?
No, mine didn't crash yet, but it seems like everyone else's game's crashing.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm judging by how much you've said this last whole 5 minutes. I don't think you heard shit anything I said. Anyway, I'm not doing good in this game. Oh fuck! What?
BB.
The whole podcast took a shit.
Huh?
Yep, so I kind of ran out of gas. Hey, I'm
Ready?
just like over it. I'm gonna cut this real quick. Hold on. Too many people popping in and out.